what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz. I hope you had a wonderful week. I had a great week. I had a birthday this week, and I also started doing some new strength training classes. I gotta tell you, if you feel like you know you're in shape and you take a strength training class, you'll find out that there's muscles that you've never used. It's hard for me to sit, but I'm really excited. I want to let everybody know about strength training classes through Health in Motion. There's a 4-week program going on right now at the Hyatt, and you get to go either 1 or 2 days a week, and you learn some brand new ways to get yourself in a little shape. Your core, I mean everything. Literally, I'm sore after 2 days of it. It's something that you want to get in shape and find out about. Let me know and I'll let you know, or just look up Health in Motion on Facebook and you can see all the great events. It's a lot of fun. So we have that, and there's something really exciting every Friday. So if you missed yesterday, that's okay, because every single Friday at the Little Bird Commissary, they have Food Truck Fridays. It's a lot of fun. It's over there in Gypsum. We had them here on the show. They cooked us something really special, but what they have is a commissary kitchen. If you want to go and bake delicious treats or cook amazing food and maybe be a food truck, or maybe sell your wares to offices and things like that, or perhaps another form of sales that you would like to do with things that you bake or cook, that's the place to go. It's the Little Bird Commissary Kitchen, and they're amazing over there. And you can rent space and cook away, everybody. And you can go join Food Truck Fridays, which are a lot of great things. We just missed the plant-based dinner, but they have so many great things, so you're going to want to go check that out. And I also want to remind everybody about the Law Enforcement Torch Run, and we are actually going to show you a clip of an interview we had with them this week. That's something really intriguing and something that we should all get together about as a community. And now I want to remind everybody, we're still in May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We all go through things. We all have our problems and our issues. But the coolest thing about not only Mental Health Awareness Month, but this time of lives, it's not a stigma anymore. It's just like anything else. You need to be treated. You need to get help. And if you find yourself feeling down or different and you're not really sure what to do with yourself, I want to give you a couple of numbers that are important, because you don't want to wait till it's too late and you're really sad and you get to a depressed point. There's ways to get yourselves out of it. And my first word for everybody is always think of the word gratitude. Whenever you find yourself slipping down, just say the word gratitude, and all of a sudden you'll start thinking about things in your life that are special and important, and that will really, really help. And also, we have the Hope Center here in Eagle County. They are at 976-306-HOPE. That's a great number for you to call if you ever need anybody to chat with. And there's also a Colorado Crisis Hotline, and that's for anybody in the area, and that's a toll-free number, 844-493-8255. Okay? It's very important. It's something near and dear to my heart. We all struggle with things, but mental health is something very important, and there are ways to challenge it, to beat it, to combat it, and to come out in a better space in your head and your heart. So let's check that out today. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to take care of each other here in the community, everybody. And now I want to take a look and see what your Saturday looks like. So let's check out the weather right here on TV8 Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We recently just introduced you to a new segment called Adventures in Coaching. And now we've got Kim Smith joining me on the couch yet again. She is a wonderful business and career coach to help you further your progression throughout your career and your life. And now we're going to talk all things purpose because it's something that's super important. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back. I'm totally nerding out about everything that you're saying, only because I think it's so important that people learn all of these lessons that you've been giving us.
Yeah, it really is a great way to really move your life forward and to think about, what is your purpose, which is what we're going to be talking about today. It's so foundational to your success.
And so let's talk about the concept of this life and business purpose that we are going to be talking about.
Okay, great. And so like what I was saying, it's so important to have a foundation and to understand what your purpose is, because so many of us walk through life not really knowing like what makes us tick, maybe what is our calling, so to speak. And a lot of times we run into trouble when we don't really know what that is, because all of a sudden maybe you've been working for many years in a career, maybe you're just starting out and you're like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't really fit. It's something I thought I was supposed to do, but it just doesn't really seem to fit. So when I start working with people, we say, I ask them like, hey, have you ever thought about what your purpose is? And they're like, well, what does that mean? And, it really is taking a look at, what is your reason for being? What is your why, so to speak? And we'll go into a little bit more about, how you develop that.
Now, as we're talking about purpose, everyone thinks about it kind of differently, and it's one of those topics that's so broad and so expansive. And so why is it important for people to find their purpose? That way they can drive themselves forward in their career.
It is so important because it really means that you're digging kind of deep into understanding what makes you tick and what is going to make you happy. And it doesn't mean that, you have a career that is maybe exactly that purpose. It's not so much what you do, it's your why and why are you doing it. And that comes before what you do. Now you can incorporate your purpose into your career. It can be a direct incorporation. Like for me, for example, mine is to help people to reach their potential and their success, right? So I do that full time. But prior to this, I brought that into my career, in my marketing and sales careers, and said, I was with a mindset of like, how can I help people succeed? So it doesn't have to be a direct one-to-one correlation, but it's really important to be clear on what it is and why you're doing it so that you can use it almost as a guidepost or a North Star, so to speak, when you're making a big decision.
Now, as people are at home listening, because you've definitely got me thinking about what my purpose is, how can they start to find and develop their purpose?
So it's really a combination of values, passions, and strengths. And what I mean by values are not necessarily like your moral values, but what makes you happy? What's important to you? Could it be connecting with people? Could it be achieving things, risk-taking, adventure, honor, justice, those kinds of things? And I've got a huge list of those things that we go through when you're working with me in terms of defining like what those values are. And it's also important to look at what your passions are. What is it when you're doing it that you forget everything around you? You get lost in what you're doing. And if you can tap into that feeling and bring that into your purpose, think about what it is that you're doing when that happens. That's also a really key point of like determining your purpose. And then, of course, your strengths. If there's something that you're really good at, are you good at writing? Are you good at speaking? Are you good at math, science, whatever? What is it that you're good at? You may not even be doing that in your current role right now, but like consider that, because that all kind of goes into the mix of determining what your purpose is.
Which I think is so cool. Even to hear you talk about it, you can see that you are passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
But we talked about it in the last one where this fills your cup helping other people. So then it brings that aspect of passion into it, which is how you're in the right spot. You found your purpose, not only personally, but when it comes to your career as well. And that's such a unique opportunity and experience for people to sit down, think about it, and have someone guide them through it, because this is something I have personally never thought about.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. We'll have to talk about that.
I know. Now I'm going to sit down and have you coach me just so that I can develop my purpose.
Yeah. And it's those aha moments when somebody, suddenly realizes that like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought of this. Here's an opportunity for me to really define my life and determine what direction I really truly want to go in and what's going to, fit for, my passions and my values and my purpose. What is that fit?
And so once you've helped people find their purpose, how do you guys determine if they are living in alignment with their purpose or not?
So that is a great question, and I like to use the analogy of like being in a little boat riding down the river. If you guys can imagine, we do a lot of river sports up here. You're in a boat. You hit the side sometimes, and sometimes you go into a little eddy, and maybe there's some rapids, and occasionally you might get thrown out of that boat. But generally you get back on, you're having fun, and things are going. But when you're not living your purpose, that is when you're in flow, right? But when you're not living your purpose, it probably feels like you're trying to paddle upstream, and you're going up and hard, you're getting more and more tired. And that's how, it works in life. You may experience, burnout in your job, or just like frustration and not feeling like things are fitting. And so that's how I like to use that analogy, just to sort of like do that sanity check. Am I living my purpose or not?
Which I think is something that a lot of people let go by the wayside here, because we do live this like extravagant lifestyle of being outside and doing these recreational sports that we know and we love, and we're soaking up the sunshine, and we're skiing, and we're snowboarding, and we're river rafting, and we're hiking, and we're doing all of these things that help us personally stay sane. But when you transform that into your career, it totally can make a difference, because it can help with your mental health stability, like you said. It can help avoid burnout, and it can lower your stress levels incredibly.
Yes, extremely. And I also think it's really important because if you have a major decision to make in your life, maybe it's a career change or you're wanting to move, it's a really great way to sort of like measure up, like, is this decision I'm going to make aligned with my purpose? And if it's not, you should really think about, what else you might want to be doing.
Now, as people are listening, because I've been listening this whole time, and they're looking for those specific next steps to start finding their purpose, where do you start?
So the specific next steps are to really think about, again, what are your values and what is it that is making you passionate about something? What do you love doing? And when you're doing it, you're like in that zone, right? You're in the flow. So that's, you can certainly go, there's a lot online about like how to determine your purpose, but I've come up with a methodology that I think breaks it down a lot more simply than what I'm able to find online. And it's confusing. I mean, there's a lot of information out there, from individual purpose to business purpose to mission and vision. And I will talk about mission and vision down the road, but getting clear on your purpose is really important.
And then you said that magic word right there, flow, because once you get your brain to that flow state, and it's easy for you to get up, know what you're doing, be successful in what you're doing, but also not be so overwhelmed that you are experiencing that burnout, your life becomes transformed for the better.
Yes, that's certainly the hope, right? And the reason for doing this is to get people to a place where they're happy and they feel empowered and that they know where they want to go with their lives.
Now, what is one of the biggest benefits people will see as they start to develop their purpose and kind of define it a little bit better?
Really, it is about being clear about where you're going and what you want to do. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Taking that and what do you feel when you are living on purpose? And then, how do you align it with your life? That's the next step, is to kind of look at, okay, I've got my purpose figured out. How do I incorporate that into my life? And it doesn't have to be, like I said, a one-to-one exact, this is my purpose and therefore I'm going to only do this. But how do you bring it into your life, into your relationships, with your family, your coworkers, your work? It really is an umbrella that goes over everything that you're doing.
Which I think is one of the most fascinating parts for me, just to hear you talk about this, but then know your story of you finding that purpose throughout your career and succeeding very well in this marketing career that you had for so long, but realizing you wanted more and you wanted to bring these two together, and now you have the opportunity to do both. So I have a couple more questions for you, but one of them is, if someone is at home listening to this and they're like, wow, I feel like I could develop so much by having some one-on-one time with Kim, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you, to book you as their coach?
Thank you for asking. You can go to my website, which is adventuresandcoaching.com, or reach me at kim@adventuresandcoaching.com. It's pretty straightforward. Just reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you. There's also a little form on my website that tells me a little bit more about you before we talk. And I set up initial calls just to kind of do a little discovery and see if it might be a good fit for both of us.
It is important that you make sure that you guys click well together. Now, we're going to continue to do these sessions where you can not only help us critically think about maybe our purpose or where we want to grow professionally or personally, or just really to define what we think we should be doing. So what are some of the other great topics we're going to be covering?
So we're going to be talking about some women in business issues because I am currently holding a Women in Business series through the Vail Valley Partnership. And that's been really enlightening for me to be able to work with a lot of women in the Valley and talk about, what are the challenges here. So I'll be talking about that, leadership, communication skills. I am going to be doing a segment on business coaching and what that looks like. And so, the topics are endless. And if there's anything that you guys want to hear from me about, please let Maddie know here and we'll go from there.
Kim, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, giving all of us this great information. You've definitely got me critically thinking about where I want to go and what my purpose is.
Great.
And I think that's one of the coolest parts about you taking these next steps with people to just help them grow.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's been fantastic spending time with you, and I love talking about this, and I'm super excited to be part of the Vail Valley and the business community here, and look forward to coming back again soon.
Kim, again, thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you continue to stay tuned as we are going to continue to dive deeper in this Adventures in Coaching, only because it can help you in so many ways grow better than you knew possible. And defining your purpose is one of those very first steps. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Product of the Week. Now, here we've got a great trail running shoe. It's the men's North Face Summit Vective Pro. If you're looking for a shoe to get out there and hit those trails all season long, then this is the shoe for you. It's breathable, comfortable, and high cushion. It has a rocker midsole geometry, which you can see right here in that, allowing you to push off of your toes just a little bit stronger. It's got innovative foam technology on the inside of the shoe, which we'll show you right now. This way you can be nice and comfortable as you're hitting those trails. It also has carbon fiber plates in it for stabilization. So if you're an avid trail runner, then this is the shoe for you. Not only does it have all of these wonderful features, but it's got some nice tread on the bottom of the sole to help you out there as you're hitting the trails. Now, if you know someone or yourself, if you're a trail runner, well then make sure that you head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on these fabulous shoes. You can also head over to their website at sunandski.com. That way you can get more information on the shoes and order them in your correct size. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Knapp Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Knapp Nectar Hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more, and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
The Special Olympics are something very near and dear to our hearts here at TV8, as well as the community and the world alike. Well, we had a great interview for the law enforcement torch run that's taking place today. If you want to see some great talks about something that's super, super important, right now, let's take a look at the clip that we had with them to see what it's all about.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I'm very honored to be joined by 3 incredible Special Olympians. So I've got Zach, Jade, and Sarah joining me. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here this morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. We love having you guys here, and you guys have a very exciting event coming up that the public can participate in, as well as helping support you, and that is the Law Enforcement Torch Run. Now, Zach, we were talking. What's your favorite part about the Torch Run?
I like just hanging out with my community every day. When I read it, when I go there, I hang out in the parking lot and roll around with them and run and roll with them, because obviously I don't have ability to use my legs during the thing, so I roll.
which is so fun, and we're so excited to have you as part of the community to participate in this incredible activity. So you can go online to register for the event. Now, Jade, what's your favorite part about the law enforcement torch run?
My favorite part of the torch run is carrying the torch.
Oh, that's
and being in the community.
We've got such a good community to show their support for all of our incredible athletes here. Now, Sarah, what's your favorite part about the torch run?
Biking and what's it called?
Just participating in all
Swimming.
the fun. Oh, swimming, yeah.
Biking,
And at the torch run, are you going to be running or walking?
walking.
Yeah. Participating in the fun. And so you guys are all Special Olympians, which is so incredible. And so people can have the opportunity to come and spend some time with all of you guys because you're all such incredible athletes. Now, Zach, as a Special Olympian, what is your favorite activity that you do in the Special Olympics?
I just like doing everything they have here in this belief for Special Olympics. I think everything they have is cool.
I think everything that they have is cool, and especially you, as you're going and you compete in some of the crazy things. Like off camera, we were talking about how you guys all just did the swimming and how the water was so cold.
Raise my arm up and say, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing.
It was cold, huh? That is kind of brutal for you
Yeah.
athletes to be in that water. And now, when was the last competition that you guys were in?
Delta.
Delta, we left Saturday, right, Saturday night? Saturday night, we left Saturday.
And did you swim in Delta as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys do some of the other activities. So what other things do you do besides the swimming?
What is it?
Skiing.
Skiing, we did skiing.
And how was the skiing this year?
It's great. I'm done skiing. Food season's finished.
Right, and now that the sun is making its way back out, you're switching sports. But as you made your way through this winter, we had such a great snow year. So did you get to get out there and have some good ski days on all the new snow?
Snow's great, but it's
Yep.
still hard and it's icy and it's,
Yeah, a little bit softer this year, and a lot of it.
yeah.
Yep.
Zach, did you
I'm
get
a
out there?
bike skier, so I sit and ski. So, yeah.
Did you have a good season?
Yep.
Did you have a lot of fun out there?
Yep.
It was a little bit cold this winter, I would say. So you guys had some cold water, some cold ski days,
Yeah.
and then you participate in some biking.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
soon, next June, isn't it? June something.
Oh man, so we're on May 18th. That's right around the corner.
It's coming this way, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna start to see some sunshine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Another little storm system moving in, and then maybe we'll see some sunshine. And so, if people are interested in participating in the torch run, what things can they expect to see there?
What is it?
Helicopters,
Is it helicopters?
helicopters, fire trucks.
Fireman's or name.
Some ambulance, maybe some cop cars.
Cop cars, bunch of cop cars, and
A lot of our local law enforcement, which is so cool because we've got such unique agencies between each place. So like Town of Vail has their own very special law enforcement team, and the Town of Avon does. Is there anyone else that you guys are really excited to see over there? Zach, anyone that you're excited
Nope.
to see? No?
They'll all be there.
You'll be there. Well, I'm going to come
I'll
just
be
so I
there.
can hang out with you guys
Yeah.
again because I'm excited to see
you want to
you
be
guys.
excited to see us and tell you, yeah.
Yeah, right? And especially because you guys are doing the cool torch running part, you're carrying the torch, and then of course this is all benefiting you guys going out and being able to compete some more,
Yeah,
which is so cool.
yeah.
Now, what's your favorite part about competing?
What's that?
Zach, what do you like about getting out there and
I just
participating?
like doing it, and it's fun to do. And then I get a pile of ribbons. At home, I have like a whole tub full of them.
A pile of ribbons. Do you have one that's your favorite?
Actually, yeah, two.
I have a whole tub full of them at home
Oh,
from all the years I've competed.
and do you have a
So-
ribbon that's your favorite ribbon?
No,
No, you just like them all?
I just have a whole pile of them at home because I've won too many over the years.
Well, I won 4 medals
Wow.
for biking, for swimming, right? And 2 ribbons. first place ribbon. I bet I went swimming.
Wow. And how about you, Jade?
How about you?
For skiing,
Yeah,
biking, bowling, and skiing.
that's the one we did, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Bowling, that's cool. Let's talk about that, only because I'm one of those people who has to bowl between my legs, you know?
My boys do that all the time, saying yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's better that way, you know? Sometimes you're just not good at something and you adjust, and I bowl between my legs. So, Jade, how long have you been bowling for?
A long time.
3 years.
A long time? And how about skiing? How long have you guys been skiing for?
Was it 3 years? 4. How many years? 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, and do you love it?
Yes.
It's fun to do, huh?
Yeah.
Zach, how long have you been
Me,
skiing
I've
for?
been skiing with my mom over there all my life.
All your life, so you're like an expert skier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool, and especially because you can get out there and enjoy everything that the mountains have to offer. Now, when is the Torchlight Run?
Saturday,
Was it
the
10?
20th,
And people
at Freedom Park.
I had to leave early.
at Freedom Park, and so people can go online. You can register online. There's some day of registration for you to participate in, and this is open to the public. So there are going to be food trucks, and there are going to be a lot of options. Not only will you get to hang out with our wonderful local law enforcement, but you'll also get to hang out with these incredible superstar athletes, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, so everyone can come up and like totally be so excited to see you guys and take pictures with you.
We should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pictures.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone taking pictures with you three incredible athletes. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to chat with me, giving me all this great information, and sharing your wonderful stories.
Yeah.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
You're
having us.
welcome.
Thank you.
Make sure that you check out the Torchlight Run, as it is a ton of fun, and it's a great way to get involved with the community and meet all three incredible athletes that I have joining me here. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to have more Good Morning Vail and take another look at that local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail. Good Morning Vail.
Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you into Rugs Benedict to come explore our 12,000 square foot showroom. We've been serving the Vail Valley for over 50 years now with flooring needs, and we inventory a ton of product from Carpet One to provide the very best values, highest style. We just built a warehouse, 15,000 square foot warehouse in gypsum. So we have over 120 different broadloom carpets. We have a lot of waterproof wood flooring, things that we can install right away. We have employee installers, a lifetime installation warranty. Many of them have been with us for decades, and they're true craftsmen in their work. They're absolutely extraordinary at installing any of the flooring that we provide. We also have over 1,000 area rugs in stock right now, and they start at 2x3s. I could bring these into the studio today, but they go all the way up to 12x16s, and we have them hanging on the racks just like shopping for clothing. So it's very easy for you to just flip through, see what's available. We'll deliver them to your house so you can check out how they look in your space with your lighting. All different sizes, all different shapes, some things that are going to be a little bit more contemporary as well as tribal, traditional, all the latest and greatest looks. We have things that are hand knotted, silk, woolen silk options, all the way down to some machine-made indoor-outdoor type rugs. So really anything that you're looking for your business, for your home, for a rental, Rugs Benedict can provide it. And one thing I consistently hear when people leave our showroom is, that was so easy, thank you so much. So we make the process very easy. Come in, take a look, and we'd love to offer you a free estimate. Look forward to seeing you in our showroom.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care. Artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to the show. I know you love mushrooms. Everybody here in the Vail Valley loves mushrooms. I have a great person that you're going to see a clip of that she came in a couple of weeks ago and she showed us how to make these amazing stuffed mushrooms. It's Lauren from Lauren's Kitchen. She is located in Riverwalk. She has an amazing little business. You can walk in and reach into a cabinet and grab some great food to go or order something special for an amazing party. She came in to show us how to cook something great. Let's take a look and see right now.
As promised, we're going to be doing some delicious cooking in the kitchen, and we've got Lauren from Lauren's Kitchen joining us. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, so I love mushrooms, and I think that what you've got going on here is we were talking a little bit off camera. My mouth is watering, and
Yes.
I'm really excited. But let's briefly talk a little bit about what your business does and how people can benefit from it here in our community.
Most definitely. So I own Lauren's Kitchen. It's in Edwards Riverwalk. We're next in between the Bookworm and Lacey's, in case people don't understand where we're at. We do grab and go and catering, so that actually means that I prepare all the food from scratch in the refrigerators. You can grab, take it to go, reheat it at home, or dine in. And then we also do private catering, so any kind of thing is, the world is your oyster, basically. We do a lot of dietary restrictive items, which is something that not a lot of chefs like to do in the Valley. But I kind of cater to those people specifically. And this dish that we're doing today is actually a naturally gluten-free item, so super popular, super easy to do. Should it be everything that someone is familiar with having in their kitchen already, so.
Which makes it nice and convenient, and I've definitely stopped in to your location next to the Bookworm, only because I don't eat a lot of red meat and pork products. I've removed those from my diet quite some time ago, and it is really hard to find those certain items that you do love. Like, I have a hard time finding a vegetarian lasagna, but I love it so much.
Yep, we do that.
I know, because I've had yours, and it's amazing.
Perfect. Thank you.
And so it's super nice that people have that option.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, I just like to have all the options available. Like during the day, we have usually a protein, chicken, a beef, usually some type of vegan option, a vegetarian option, gluten-free, all the things. And then that way someone from all kinds of dietary restrictive groups can come in and find something for each of their members of their family to eat. So
Which I think is so important. And not only that, but your space is so adorable and your staff is so knowledgeable about what you guys are doing and how you guys are kind of making that difference, especially when you do have a lot of dietary restrictions. It's really hard when you're out and about and you want to just grab something to go quickly.
Exactly.
You can't always stop at that like Wendy's or McDonald's because you can't eat
and
that.
who knows what's in that anyway.
Right, exactly. And so it's really important that people eat healthier and they take care of their bodies, especially because we're such an active
Exactly.
place to be right now.
Exactly.
So let's get started on
Okay.
making this delicious meal.
Perfect. So these are just regular white button mushrooms that I got from the grocery store. You can buy, they come in the little package. You want to try and get the bigger ones so that you can stuff them. And the cool thing about this recipe is we're going to use every part of the mushroom. So we're not throwing away the stems. We're going to actually chop them up and use them in our dish. And to remove them, you just pop them out. It's super easy. So they just pop right out. So that way you have the nice little crevice. And then we're going to chop these up, and they will become part of our dish. So I actually have some already chopped up. So in a skillet pan, which is already hot, we're going to add just your regular breakfast sausage. And I prefer this one, but you can use whatever one you like. But it's just the kind that's in the fridge aisle next to the bacon. So you're going to brown those up, and they're just going to be little chunks like this. And you're going to make sure you break them up into little pieces. And then another ingredient is just diced onion, yellow onion, just fine diced. So we're going to add that guy in as well. And that'll cook up in this sausage fat, so you don't need any extra oil or any extra butter or anything like that. And then once that comes together, it'll be basically once the onion is tender, slightly translucent, and then that will be ready to mix with our mushrooms. And we'll put those in as well. I'm just going to turn this up a little so we have some sizzle going. Magic of TV here, right?
Magic of TV. I feel like I'm already learning so much. I'm the worst cook, like hands down.
Right.
It's like embarrassing, and so
no worries. That's why I'm here.
I love this. And
in the valley, I mean.
Right.
For
Well,
everyone.
exactly. You make it easy, and especially when I'm
Yes.
like, oh, I'm gonna host like a little gathering at my house, and I'm like, I can literally make maybe top ramen, and that's like on a good day. So.
Right.
You make it nice and convenient, and for those people who are always on the go, super busy, but they want to take care of themselves, you do offer all of these amazing recipes with a lot of delicious options and a lot of delicious ingredients so that it is healthier out there.
Exactly, exactly. And they can, I just require a 2-day heads up because we are a small staff, boutique business. So 2-day heads up, you can choose from any of my available options, or if you have family recipes you'd rather me recreate, I can do that as well. You can also bring in your own casserole dish, and I will create the meal in your dish, and you can pretend that you made that for your guests. And I'm cool with that.
Wow. You're
So,
like taking, you're doing all the dirty work for a lot of the
Exactly.
people out there who
All
can't
of it.
cook like myself, which is so incredible. And it's
Yep.
just such a fun way for people to experience what you guys do at Lauren's Kitchen.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and skip to. Oh, the other thing I add in here is garlic. I'm not actually sure where that went, but it goes in here. So garlic, and then a little salt and pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Super easy. That's going to bring the whole thing to life. And you're just seasoning it so to your taste preference. If you like a lot of pepper, put a lot in. If you don't like a lot of pepper, just a little bit. It's just going to give it a little kick. And then the Italian seasoning is going to just give you that second depth of flavor. So once all that cooks up, we'll add in, finally, right? I think I finally turned it on. We'll add in the cream cheese, and this is just store-bought regular cream cheese, full fat. And I do about half a package for like 1 package of mushrooms. So you're not even doing that much cheese. So it's kind of diet friendly. I don't know about sausage, not really, but whatever.
That's all right.
Details.
I mean, it's called balance here.
Yes.
You're getting your mushrooms, so you're getting your fresh veggies that you're just really only going to bake.
Yes, exactly, and you bake them. So, and they're baking in their own juices. Like again, like I said, you can just use like a little Pam spray. You don't have to use olive oil or any other extra fats. And that actually just goes on the mushrooms, but we'll get there. Anyway, so once this cooks down, it will become like this.
Yum.
So this is just the mix, totally mixed up. I fine chopped everything, and it just becomes like a big cream base like this. And then what we're gonna do is just stuff the mushrooms. Pretty easy. I like to load a huge bunch in there, kind of have it over the top, because when it bakes, it will cook down. So like so, put them all in there, stick them on our baking pan, one that you can see. Boop.
I love this. I
Yes.
love anything that has to do with like those comfort food elements.
Yes.
And I feel like this is bringing all of that comfort food together. This makes me feel like the holidays with my mom right now.
Yes, exactly. And this will give you like all the smells of home without like too much effort. You can still enjoy your party. You could also do this ahead of time and then just pop them in a 375 oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, and they'll reheat perfectly, just in time for guests to arrive, and you can already be ready to go.
Which is super convenient, and this is also great finger food. So
Yes.
if you're looking for something to serve up on that platter as you're kind of hosting everyone, whether it's for the holidays or whether you're just having one of those amazing dinner parties where you want people to think about the food as you're walking out the door. Now, is this something that people can order in bulk from you guys?
Oh yes, 100%. Yes, I do parties anywhere from, my minimum for selections is about 4 servings. The max is 300. So you just tell me where you want to be on the spectrum, and I got you.
Which makes it super nice and convenient. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to check in on all the products, see how everything is going, and then see what that final product looks like, tastes like, and then tell you guys how you can enjoy Lauren's Kitchen for your parties. So stay tuned.
Perfect. Thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but that looks amazingly delicious. It's TV8 Good Morning Vail, and Lauren's Kitchen is preparing some amazing stuffed mushrooms that we're watching a clip of. And we're going to show you the rest of that clip at the second hour of the show. So hang on to your drool, everybody. We'll figure out how to remember how to do that recipe when she comes back in a little bit. We've got so much more show for you guys. Stick around.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited for the GoPro Mountain Games coming up in June. Not only do they have amazing music lined up already, but they also have some of the great sporting acts coming up all through the Vail Valley Foundation. It's going to be an amazing event. We're all excited, and we're excited to show you a clip of Emily Jackson. She is a pro kayaker, and we're going to chat with her and find out how excited she is for the GoPro Games and to see what she's all about. Let's take a look and see.
We're back at the GoPro Mountain Games with Emily Jackson, another incredible water athlete. And not only is she an incredible athlete, but she's also a wonder mom because she homeschools. Emily, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We're just super excited to be back here in Vail.
I mean, 20th anniversary, and the water seems to be in great condition for what you guys are looking to do here.
Yeah, no, we never know what's going to happen here. You know, we're up in the mountains, so we rely so much on, you know, the sun and then the snowpack, and so we always arrive like, what's going to happen? It's going to be high, it's going to be low, and it's always changing it up.
And we've had some years where it's been weirdly low for some of the events that we have, and so it's really nice that we have the wave right here behind us for that freestyle kayaking, which I know you compete in. So what event is your favorite here?
What events are my favorite? Well, the kayak freestyle has been my favorite always. Main reason being that the first time I competed in it was 2003. And so it's been a long time of me competing in the kayak freestyle here, but it was also one of the first bigger events that I ever won. So when I was 13, I won the pro women's class here, and it was just a big deal. And so for me, it really boosted my confidence as an athlete a lot. So I have a lot of appreciation for that specific event because it really, made me think I can do this. I can be a professional kayaker.
Right, your career trajectory after that one win and here in Vail, which is so cool and such a cool story that you're back here and you guys come every year, you compete every year, and I mean, this water, this river, but it is ever changing.
Oh, it's always changing. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with the water levels and then just what the temperature is going to be. It changes everything. I've had it snow on me in the middle of the finals before. I've had myself get baked by the sun. I've had the water too high, too low. But it's just exciting. I mean, it's every year is a new year. We're working with it's the mountain games, so we anticipate things being a little different every time. It's one reason to keep coming back.
It is one reason to keep coming back. And so when you got into the water sports, obviously 13 years old, competing with the professional women, how early did your parents get you in a kayak?
I was born and raised in a kayaking family. So my mom doesn't kayak, but my father was in the 92 Olympics. And so he was a slalom kayaker as I was a small child. So I grew up being surrounded by kayaking. But for me, the passion really took off at about 12 years old, where I learned that I liked kayaking, but I really learned that I loved competing. And then the combination just really clicked for me.
And what was the scariest part as a young child getting into the kayaking? Only because we all have our things, and water was one of the ones that I was never introduced to, and so it's one of the ones that holds some fear for me. And I can only imagine being that young a child, getting into the water and having these big rapids all around you.
Oh, for sure. So it can definitely be intimidating, kayaking and trying anything new for that matter. But water for a lot of people and being in kayaks does hold some fear, and it's an element of the unknown. We're never on the same river twice. The water's always different, and that concept, can be really intimidating. But baby steps for me, I have two small kids myself, so just introducing anything, and for myself, just making sure I take really little steps, to overcome certain things, so it becomes habits, where I don't think about, for me, I don't think about when I flip over. I just roll up, it's a habit. But it took a long time to get there, and I have to appreciate all the little steps that I took, and everyone can do that too, as long as they don't shoot too high, but really look for those little steps initially, and then you'll get way higher than you think.
And so how many events total are you going to compete in for this GoPro mountain game?
Oh, you're making me do math here. I mean, usually it's about 6, if not more. It depends. I always get sucked into a few more last minute. I had a friend text me this morning, I'm doing the 5K, are you doing the 5K with me? And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do the 5K too. So it's just little things like that happen. So I think I'm doing about 6 or 7, but it just, like I said, by the time the weekend fully wraps up, I'll probably do closer to 8.
Oh man, that's a lot of activity to be out there and moving your body. And so how do you keep your body in shape to take on all of these events?
How do I keep my body in shape? Well, I just do all the things. Yesterday I did a 10-mile hike, and then, I kayak almost every day. But the other thing is I give myself that moment and rest of pause, So it's like I understand if I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't go in the water, and that's something, overtraining is something that can happen too. So I take my time to do the things, training for hiking, the best thing you can do is go for a hike. Training for kayaking, the best thing you can do is go kayaking. So I try to do those things all the time. And then when it comes to competition, I just know that more water, more recovery, and just appreciate all the time that I have in the water. Have fun, and it takes a lot of that physical, exertion out of it in a way, because you're just a little more relaxed. The tension goes away. If you're tense out there, everything feels way harder. But if you're just relaxed and having fun, it's awesome.
I mean, you're like fighting against the water, especially with your paddling, but you can't fully fight against the water. You gotta let it help you a little bit.
Be one with the water, no, for sure. So definitely if you watch some of the kayakers, you'll notice some people who, look like they're physically fighting against the water a lot more, and you'll watch some people who look like they're using it a lot more. So the water is actually your friend for a lot of the things that we're trying to do. It just comes to working with it instead of against it at times.
100%. And so the water right now is high, it's cold, and it's moving. And does that give you some benefits during that freestyle, especially with the wave getting a little bit bigger?
So it really depends. So with the water being this high already, it makes me intimidated for the fact that finals are Saturday night, because I know that the temperatures are going up, the snow melt's going to go up, so we could have a really high feature. And we have a high feature, it's really challenging, which makes it fun for competition though too. It wouldn't be a competition if it was easy, and so that's one element. But the water is moving right now, so it'll make downriver a lot more fun. Some of the other races, they'll be a little faster pace, it won't take as long. So there's a lot of benefits to having high water for sure. But as far as freestyle is concerned, we'll have to see what happens.
I mean, I'm excited to see the competition, and I'm excited that you guys are back. I love knowing the fact that you've been competing here since 2003. We're on our 20th year of the Mountain Games right now, and you've been here for almost all of them.
Yeah, no, I've been here for almost all of them. It keeps changing, evolving, growing. You know, it's so cool to see the different brands investing into it. But a lot of the people here are so welcoming, and so it's really easy to just want to come back. You know, for me, it's an element of coming home. You know, I've been coming here as a small child, and now my kids are too. They're like, we're going to the place with the hotel. We get to stay in a hotel, and they have waffles. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like my kids, you know, it's like a holiday. You know, in their heads, they're coming home in a way. They're visiting someplace they've known since I was pregnant here competing. So
it's crazy to think about how it all comes full circle, and so if people are interested in kind of following your journey, seeing all the things that you do too, because you're part of the TV show and you've got the mom superpower going right now. And so if people are interested in seeing how you balance it all, what's the best place for them to do so?
Oh goodness, there's a lot of places, but honestly, following the Great Family Adventure Instagram page, you know, is one option, and then I have my own personal Instagram, which is Emily Jackson Kayak. You know, keep it simple. I post a lot of my story and my journey and just, you know, overcoming everything. You know, I'm very vulnerable and I wear my heart on my sleeve, so it's very easy for people to relate and then maybe learn something as well, or help me to learn. So.
Well, I mean, like, you're the queen bee of the water, and so it's good for people to see that although you dominate in so many areas, that vulnerability is still there, and we really appreciate getting the opportunity to see that from you.
Oh no, for sure. I think it's really important. I think because a lot of people are a lot more powerful than they think they are, but they hide their vulnerabilities, and I think it's one of the greatest strengths you can have is just letting it all out, because there's only one way to move forward, and that's by being yourself. And so I try really hard to just make sure I'm, you know, true to me.
Emily, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us this morning. You are Wonder Woman, and I mean that with like every fiber of my being.
I appreciate that, you know, so I've got a great team and support crew, and I just love what I do. So that's really, I'm really lucky, very blessed.
Well, we're blessed to get to talk to you this morning, and again, you're like Superwoman, and I'm just like so in awe of you, fangirling right now. Thank you so much for meeting us.
Thanks for having us.
Make sure that you come see Emily compete this GoPro Mountain Games, because she's got a lot going on, 8 events, and she is Wonder Woman. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tva-vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to your second hour of your Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail here on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. I hope you enjoyed the first hour. At the second hour, we're going to take a look at that amazing meal that Lauren's making for Lauren's Kitchen. She's just an incredible cook. You guys, she has her own private catering service. It's located in Riverwalk. It is called Lauren's Kitchen, but wait till you see the end result of what she's cooking. We've already seen the beginning, and I cannot wait to see how that turns out. We're also going to have a brand new segment for our show that we have, and it's called Vail Vibes with Avija. She's brand new to the TV8 family. She's wonderful, and I can't wait to see what that one's going to be all about, because that's going to be great. We also have author Terry Sidford coming for this next hour. We're going to take a look and see an interview that we had with that person, because we love the authors that we bring in here, because reading is important, and we love all of our libraries and everything like that. So it just ties in with all of the great things that we love. And I want to remind everybody about the 2023 race schedule through the Vail Rec Center. It's back for the 39th year. Can you imagine 39 years of the same event going on and on? That means it's successful and wonderful and fun. It's the bike series, everybody, the 39th bike series through the Vail Rec District. If you want to check that out, there's a full-on race schedule, and the very first series starts on the 31st of this month. So if you want to get involved, you want to sign up, and you want to participate, or just be a spectator, find out all the information at vailrec.com. Can't wait to go see that, everybody. Get your wheels on. It's your second hour of TV8 Vail's Good Morning Vail, and we'll be right back with more show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch The Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good Morning Vail.
The one thing we pride ourselves here at TV8, we love to show you all kinds of good books, interview authors, and just like to expand our minds with all of this information. Maddie had a great conversation with Terry Sidford, a wonderful author, recently, and now we're going to take a look and see what that was all about.
A woman who wears many hats just released an incredible book to help you find your true meaning of happiness, and that's Terry Sidford. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here because when I say many hats, speaker, author, podcast host, and a life coach, there's nothing that you don't do to help people really find their true enlightenment in this life.
Thank you. Wow, that's quite the introduction. I think that's been my life purpose, and I think I'm very lucky to have found that in my life. And to help other people is really what fulfills me. And I can relate to a lot of people because of what I've been through in my life. And my new book is my memoir. It tells every story about my life and how I had to overcome adversity to be strong. And that's why I can relate to most people. And I've been given a gift of learning from those lessons. And I turn trials into triumph. And I'm very proud of that in my life. And I want everyone to know that no matter what they've gone through in their life, that they can start over and that they can have a fulfilling life and a successful life. Just learn and grow from every experience. So that's really kind of the basis of it, with 3 concepts of truth, courage, love.
I was just going to say, so Truth, Courage, Love is your second book, but your first memoir. And I have so many questions, only because what you did in this book is so inspiring. So what originally inspired you to write Truth, Courage, Love?
Well, I've been asked that one a lot. And really, it's because I had a really big birthday last year, and it kind of made me think about my life and, how did I do so far? Is there still some lessons I need to learn? Am I at peace with everything? Am I proud? Have I left anything on the table? Is there anything else I need to do? And I sat there for a moment thinking, wow, I've had an interesting life, yet I am so proud of where I'm at and what I've learned. And now having a rough start, having a great ending to my 60 years. Yes.
You look amazing for being 60. No one would know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And it's even hard to say, but I'm proud. And now I want to give back. I really want people to know that no matter what happens, no matter what age you are, you can start again. Just learn, grow, and fulfill your potential at any time of your life. You can start over today in any moment. That's what I hope when you read my book, that you'll learn that, wow, she went through those things and she still was able to do the things that she's dreamed of doing or never even thought of doing in her life. And I really have a tremendous humbling appreciation.
Which is such an important message for so many people to have, no matter your age, no matter what you've been through, like you said, just to have that little bit of encouragement from someone like you is so empowering. And so let's talk a little bit about what the writing process was like.
Ooh, thank you. Interesting enough, which you'll read in my book, I was very, very insecure growing up from my childhood experiences, and I did not have any confidence. In fact, I remember going home and having to practice writing. I was very, I didn't do well in English or with my grammar. And someone asked me about my experience with coaching a lot of women and how strong they were. And I said, I know, they're so strong and they don't see it in themselves. And she said, well, why didn't you write a book? I looked at her like she was from, outer space. Like, no, I can't write a book. This is not me. And she said, Terry, I'm going to help you. So what I have learned in my second book is that if you have a story or a message, you can get it out there, and there's people that can help you. I just got the story out. I did a lot of writing, and then I had someone help me with the grammar and making sure it's edited. And it's a beautiful process. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I know most people do have a story to tell. We all do. And so if I can write the book, which was hard. I mean, it's a lot of work. You have to be dedicated to it, but it's so worth it. So worth it.
Well, and it's so incredible for you to share your story now as you were writing this book, because it is talking about some hardship and it is giving that most vulnerable side to you. When you were writing it, did you have any moments of shock about how open you were being with the readers?
Yes, yes. Many, many times I thought, why on earth would I be telling this story? Or will people understand it? Or will someone be upset with this story? I mean, it's kind of the whole gambit. And I asked myself, well, it wouldn't be being truthful and honest if I didn't tell all the stories. And it's really what happened, and that's okay. And isn't it empowering to know that we can tell our stories and be okay with that? And we should be okay with that. And yes, so there's stories that were really difficult to tell, but I wanted to be transparent. I wanted to be honest. And I'm proud of that.
And your vulnerability is going to give so many other people strength. Just in having that kind of moment of comparison and that moment of truth that maybe you're going to help other people live, I think is so empowering. And so congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being so wonderful to share all of this information with others.
Oh, you're welcome. It's really an honor for me. And I would just want to help everyone know that, you don't have to be defined by your past. You really don't. And you can turn trials into triumph. Just learn, grow, ask people for help. And you can still live the life of your dreams and your potential. That's the message I want everyone to know.
Which I think is such a wonderful message. Now, if people are interested, obviously, in reading your first book and your second book, where can they buy them?
On Amazon. You can just go to Amazon. You can either type in Terry Sidford, and that's Terry Sidford, and the title of my books, and they'll pop up. 100 Hearts spelled out, 100 Hearts, and Truth, Courage, Love.
Truth, Courage, Love sounds like the perfect book for maybe anyone going through some hardship. Now, you also have a great podcast, really giving people those extra stories for courage, to find their inner strength, and you really focus a lot on helping people find their true happiness. So let's talk a little bit about your podcast.
Well, I also started a group called Choose Courage Movement because I started out kind of an expert with courage, and I wanted to share with the audience, or as many people as I can, these stories of courage. Because I think the more that we hear stories of courage through my podcast, and I try to have very interesting guests, is that the more we see it in ourselves. And the more that we see it in ourselves, the more courageous we become in a daily life. And so that's my whole goal. And it is so fun to find these amazing people and their amazing stories. So if there's anyone out there that feels like they do have an amazing story, I would love for you to contact me on that. I would love to interview on my podcast.
Which I think is so cool that you are giving people not only the platform to share their moments of maybe feeling their most courageous, but you're also giving people just that little bit of comfort, knowing that there are people going through similar things and enduring similar things. Now, you're also a life coach. So if people are interested in maybe just having the opportunity to talk with you and listen to your story a little bit more personally and have you give them those words of wisdom that you so generously shared in your book, how can they do so?
they can contact me on my website, which is Terry, Terry, Sidford, SIDFORD.com, terrysidford.com, and just reach out to me and we can have a consultation to see if if coaching is right for you. I'm here to just help anyone take things to the next level if they feel like there's something that's in the way. And it's a fun and exciting process. It's like having your cheerleader right next to you.
Which I think everyone needs. My mom always says that to me. She's like, just rally your inner cheerleader, Maddie, and you'll be fine. You'll get through it. And so I love to hear that, and I really love what you do. I think that having people like you in our community, in our lives, and just out there to spread the positivity and really just that like driving force forward to help people find their best selves is so powerful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's really feels like a dream for me to be able to do what I feel like is my life purpose. And that's what I like to help other people find in their life. Because once you're doing what you love and what really lights you up and inspires you, then it's contagious. It's just like that ripple effect. It will affect everyone around you. So it's really why we should all live our potential and our purpose in life.
You are a beautiful force to be reckoned with. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy that I could have this time with you today.
We're really happy to have you, and we really do appreciate all the hard work that you do.
Thank you.
Make sure that you go on Amazon and you buy her book, and that way maybe you can share your stories as well, because it's a therapeutic way to find your inner courage. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail.
Hello everyone, now is the time to refresh your floors. I'm Mandy Benedict. I'd love to invite you into our showroom to explore our 12,000 square foot showroom where you can view all different floors installed, see what it looks like in a larger space. One of our greatest growing products is waterproof wood flooring, which for our environment with kids and dogs and ski boot and our mountain lifestyle, this is a great flooring option. I brought one of the planks with me today. They're nice, long, wide planks. They're embossed on grain, so they look beautiful, but they perform really well in our mountain lifestyle. We have all employee installers. They've been working for over a decade with us, and we have a lifetime installation warranty. So not only do we make sure that the client gets what they want, we know what this climate needs. We have beautiful reclaimed floors, herringbone, really anything that you're looking for to update your home or your business. We have it at Rugs Benedict. We provide free estimates. So come in and visit us in the store. We'd love to see you.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Earlier, we had Lauren from Lauren's Kitchen in showing us how to make some amazing stuffed mushrooms. I don't know about you, but I want to see the end result. So let's take a look right now and find out how we can finish this up.
Welcome back to the TV8 kitchen, which we've now given up as Lauren's Kitchen here at the TV8 studio. Lauren, it smells amazing in here. We're just a couple steps away from having the finished product. And so what left do we have to do to these mushrooms?
So the only thing we're going to do left is the Pam spray. It's just any kind of spray that's non-stick you can use. It doesn't matter what kind it is. And I just like to spray the top of it. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I put these on parchment paper. That's going to help prevent sticking, because the last thing you want to do when you're preparing for a party is to be struggling with the pan trying to get these mushrooms off. Just use parchment. If you don't have parchment, foil works as well. And then we're just going to spray the tops of them like this. And this is just going to give it a little sheen. It's going to make sure the mushrooms cook through, get shiny and pretty, and also will keep everything kind of golden and moist. That's what we're going for.
I think is so incredible, and especially when you're cooking mushrooms in this capacity, you don't want them to become nice and dried out.
Exactly. Do not forget about them in the oven. That's the key.
That's the key. So once you pop these in the oven, what do you want your oven set to?
Okay, the oven, you want to preheat it to 375. I like 375 better than 350 because it'll cook a little bit quicker. It's going to do exactly what we want and not take like an hour to cook. I think I wanted to mention that I know like back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, everything, casseroles and stuff went in at 350, and everybody's just used to recooking things at 350. But I choose 375 because it cooks quicker, it gets everything perfectly golden, and yeah, it just takes less time.
So when you
Don't suffer.
Yeah, right. You're not sitting there like, oh,
yeah. Why is this taking like 30 minutes when it could take 15?
Well,
it's like half the time, really.
And this is a great tip, especially because we have a lot of people that come into town that may want to get their hands on these, recook them at their home where they're currently staying as they're visiting, and things cook differently at altitude.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Good point. So if you are above 9,000 feet, I'm talking to you, Cordillera, and Batra Gulch, you want to basically give everything at least 20 extra minutes from what the recommended time is. And that's going to be for reheating like beef tenderloin, which is one of the holiday specials I do. Because if you do just the basic time, it is not going to reheat. It's going to like get to temperature and then it's going to stop cooking. And you want to actually like continue to cook that through. So you want to give it another 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on average just to finish cooking.
Which I think is really important, and that's something that I've definitely struggled with recently.
It took me a long time to figure out.
that like
Got it down.
Right, perfect, which is why we turn to you for all of these important questions.
Exactly.
Now, we were talking a little bit off camera, just because I don't need any red meat or pork products, and obviously this is including some of that. So this isn't a meal that I would necessarily come and get, but you guys have some great alternatives, which would make this meal super friendly to my diet.
Yes, so we've got a couple different options. We do a vegetarian option that's going to be spinach artichoke dip, kind of similar situation where you brown the onions and then you put in spinach to saute until it's wilted, garlic, salt, pepper, cream cheese, same thing, and then a little bit of artichokes. And then I'll just actually pulse that in like a food processor just to get it smooth so it all chunks into the mushroom perfectly, just like kind of what we made with the puree of the sausage. And then another option, and those are really tasty, really good. People love those. Another option is a vegan stuffed mushroom, and those I make with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, onion, garlic, and walnuts. And the walnuts pureed in a food processor will give that active like a creaminess without having to use cheese. And those are great. And same thing, you just stuff them, put them in the oven, cook them off, and voila.
See, I think it's so incredible when we have all of these options, because sometimes you hear a meal like this and you're like, this is what I want, that stuffed mushroom. I want the crunch of the mushroom. Like, I want all of it, but you have a hard time finding it where it matches your diet.
Exactly.
And so to have a place like Lauren's Kitchen is so incredible here in our community. Now, what inspired you to create Lauren's Kitchen?
So I got the family story. I'm a 6th generation Texan. I escaped. And I grew up cooking with both my grandmothers, paternal grandmothers, and basically we did Southern comfort food all the time. So chicken fried steak, Texas style chili, that means no beans. We did all kinds of like biscuits and gravy, all the comforty stuff. And I really loved doing that because they would let me just have free for all in their kitchen. They'd be like, here's the pantry, here's our leftovers, just make something. And I would just like create all these concoctions. Then I'd usually test them on my little brother.
What a good little brother.
Yeah,
what a
right?
good sport that
Exactly.
your little brother is.
Yes. And we'd get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then we tweak it and keep going from there. But one thing I noticed with Southern comfort food is it's a lot of heavy fats. So a lot of like dairy, like I think to make my grandmother's famous chocolate pie, it takes 2 sticks of butter, and that was just like extreme.
Right.
So my whole goal with Lauren's Kitchen was to try and kind of keep the comfort food feels, but reduce the fat a little bit. So that's why I have the vegan options, etc. And then also I try to downplay the butter and the cream wherever possible. Not saying I never use cream, because I definitely do in some of my casseroles, but it's less than what I grew up on. So it's slightly healthier.
Which I think is important, and also there's nothing that beats that home-cooked meal and the flavor of it. And just based on your story and based on what I got to see here, I can tell that all of your food is made with love, which is one of those incredible things that honestly some people like me definitely miss since I'm not close to home right now.
Yep.
And also I'm a terrible cook.
Yes, I am here for those terrible cooks. I've got your back, you know.
This is what we love. This is what I need more of in my life. And so now you've created this entire business and you do a lot of things. We were saying from servings of 4
to 300 we can handle. I just need a little heads up. We're not miracle workers. If you come in the day of, I'm going to ask you to come back tomorrow at the very least. But during the holidays, we're a little extreme, and so we need to have as much notice as possible. That being said, I am booked this Christmas. But anytime after that, Easter, etc., spring break, we're open, we're ready for you guys.
Which I think is so incredible, and especially as we're starting to see like engagements coming to town to happen.
Lots of weddings.
On the snow and the weddings and all of these fun activities that we know and love here in our community. Now, if people are interested in booking something with you, getting their hands on some of your delicious food, what's the best way for them to do so?
All right, the best way is go to my website, and that's laurenskitchenedwards.com. If you click on, there's 2 buttons there. There's going to be grab and go and catering, which is what I do. So grab and go is going to be more of the storefront. You're just going to come in, see what we have that day, take it home, or eat it at the shop. And then the other option is catering. And if you click on catering, there's a whole set of all my menus that I have currently. And then from there, you can pick and choose whatever you like. I try to list all dietary restrictions. So gluten-free, vegan, if you need any of that. Otherwise, just pick what you like. And I also do naturally gluten-free, naturally vegan. I try not to use the weird alternative stuff. I'm not a fan of rice noodles, etc. Right. I don't know. Anyway, so then you just shoot me an email. Let me know exactly what you want, how many people are in your party, when you'd like to pick it up, and any dietary restrictions you have, or if none. Also, I need to know if it's just a group of hungry teenagers. I need to know that because they eat like 3 times as much as most people. Went to a party recently and it was all kids, and I was like, oh my goodness, I do not have enough beef tenderloin, and each kid had like 5 pieces, and I was like, these girls aren't going to get any because the guys took all the meat. But it's because I didn't know. I thought it was just a regular group.
I have identical twin brothers. They are 12.
Oh, yes.
And they eat like truck drivers.
Yes,
like
100%.
they can just eat and eat and eat and not stop at any point. And I'm like, you are a bottomless pit.
100%.
So that is a great
Please let
point.
me know that.
If you've got a room filled with bottomless pits, make sure that she knows so that she can accommodate to that. Now, we have let these cook in the oven for a little bit of time.
Yep, so about 10 to 15 minutes at 375. And then we'll see what we got, and then we'll decorate it and make it even prettier for your guests.
All right,
so ready for this?
Yes, let's pull them out. Let's see this final product.
Perfect.
Let's see how delicious they look now that they're all cooked through.
And this is I have a magic of television set here.
Yes.
So these are going to be a little bit more golden than the ones that I just put in because they were cooked a little bit longer. And you can tell that they're just a little bit golden on the sides. And you can tell that kind of cooked as well. It's not as white and pale like it was. And then what we're going to do to decorate it, easy peasy. I just have some fresh chopped parsley. You can also use dried parsley. If you do dried, put it in the mix before you put it in the oven, and that'll like tenderize it. Otherwise, you got weird crunchy parsley on top. Whatever. It's your mushroom, whatever.
These are all such good cooking tips, and especially because I'm just like so oblivious.
Yeah.
So this is something that really helps.
And then this is just grated Parmesan cheese. You can just use the kind in the green can, whatever works for you. And you just sprinkle it on, and you see how it kind of like makes it look like little snow dust.
Yes.
Pretty, and then that'll also give a little bit more umami to it. And then you do the parsley. Pretty, right?
Super pretty. They look absolutely delicious. I'm really sad that I'm missing out due to the sausage on these, but they look beautiful. And so people can definitely come and get their hands on them from you.
Yes, definitely. I do need a pre-order on these. They do not hold well, so I don't have my fridge stocked with a lot of the appetizer finger foods, just because my whole goal is minimal waste, and I don't like things just sitting in the fridge. I hate throwing away food that doesn't sell. So anything that's in the fridge is going to be something that can hang out for at least a day or two before it goes, and then before it sells, I should say. And then you have about 5 to 6 days to eat it after that. So,
Amazing. That's incredible. Lauren, thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
in, making the TV8 studio Lauren's personal kitchen, because I really love it, and you can come back anytime to hang out with me.
Perfect.
Teach me all these cooking tips, you know?
Yes, there's plenty more tips to go around. Definitely.
Lauren, thank you again so much for
Thank you.
coming
Thank you so
in.
much for having me.
Make sure that you check out Lauren's Kitchen. It's a great place where you can get your hands on some delicious food that's going to be healthy, hearty, and really bring out that Southern comfort food, but also while making it feel like you're eating at your mom's house. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket, and if you have not seen one of these, well then they are great for the environment, and the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant, as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Knapp Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Knapp Nectar Hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more, and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
Avisha Scarborough here with Vail Vibes, where I tell you all about the amazing events coming up here in Vail and surrounding areas. Kicking things off this Saturday is Bikes and Barbecue with Cycle Effect, a nonprofit empowering young women through mountain biking and mentorship. Founders Brett and Tam Donaldson both believe that the best way to empower young women is to give them bikes if they commit to riding and racing them. You can buy tickets for Bikes and Barbecue on thecycleeffect.org and learn about ways to get involved. The Poker Ride starts Saturday at 2 and ends with a party at Moe's Barbecue in Eagle at 5. For Sunday, we have brunch and live music from 10 to 1 at Cucina in Vail. And Vail's Whitewater Race Series continues on Tuesday with the after party at Pazzo's Pizzeria. You can register online at vailrec.com. The Town Cleanup and Sustainability Fair in Avon is on Wednesday, May 24th. This is your chance to clean up beautiful Avon after a long winter season and recycle your electronic waste. You can enjoy some free beer and delicious food provided by Ein Prosit. Head to avon.org for more info. And lastly, starting Friday, May 26th is Vail's Comedy Festival. Here's some video from last year's event. That's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more Vail Vibes with Avisha because we are just getting started. We have an exciting summer full of events and experiences you don't want to miss out on, and I will keep you updated on all of them. Thank you, and see you next time.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans. Now we've got a really cool new concept taking place here in the town of Avon, Eaglevale, and Vail. And it's a great way to use as an alternative. Instead of driving your car, you can shift your ride to one of these incredible electric bikes behind me. Now this is a really cool rental system, and you can control it all right from the power of your hands, right from your cell phone by downloading the Shift Bike app. And then from there, you can get over there and enjoy the incredible amenities that these bikes have to offer. We're going to walk you through it, but in order to do it, you have to download the app. So Shift Bike is the app, and then you can use the coupon code Shift Your Ride for the first 30 minutes free. And we're going to walk you through the pricing and everything here and how you can get one of the bikes. Let's get started. Once you get into the app, you can see exactly which location you would like to pick up the bike, how many bikes are available, and then where you can deliver the bike to. So you can see starting in Avon, making your way through Eaglevale, all the way to Vail Village, and then even down into East Vail. You can collect bikes, drop bikes off, and enjoy your ride on these nice electric bikes. Once you've scanned the QR code to get the bike unlocked, it's really important that you have safety first, so always make sure that you have your helmet with you. That way you can pop that on and you're nice and safe. Now, once you get the bike unlocked, it's super easy. You'll just take that lock right off the back. You'll see that you'll have this big, nice coiled cord, but there's a hook on the back for you to hook that to so that it is nice and out of your way while you are riding the bike. That way you're nice and safe and everyone around you is nice and safe so you don't tip over on the bike. And then once you've got that all secured, you're all set to go. You can just kick that kickstand up and start enjoying your ride. Now remember that these are pedal assist and there are some rules. To get the bike back to where you got it or to get it to your next destination, you can always use the app to see all of the great places where you can drop these off. Once you are done on your adventure on the Shift bikes, they're a ton of fun, and you can see that you can get going pretty fast on them, especially with that nice little pedal assist. You'll take the bike back, lock it back up in one of the great charging stations that they have available, and then once you're done locking it up, make sure that you take your app out and you end the ride, because it is going to make sure that that bike is in the correct spot for you to have ended your ride, and that way it will not continue to charge you. That has been this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We can't wait to bring you more great information, but make sure that you get out there and you use the Shift bike to shift your ride throughout the community.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome Welcome to the TV8 Viewers' Choice Awards, where we celebrate the videos that got the most views on our YouTube page from you, our viewers. I'm Maddie Evans, and let's see who's taking home the prizes for the month of April. Taking home the bronze is Good Morning Vail's April 13th edition, featuring the Vail Christian High School Theater Department. The silver award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 10th, featuring recruiter guy Bill Humbert. The gold goes to Good Morning Vail on April 22nd. The scoreboard covers track and field at Eagle Valley High School. The Platinum Award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 6th, featuring lacrosse with VMS and Eagle Valley High School. And clinching the #1 spot and taking home the Diamond Award, Good Morning Vail on April 15th, the Pike family from Florida giving us their rendition of Good Morning Vail. If you missed any of these trending videos, make sure that you check out our YouTube page, TV8's Good Morning Vail, and check out the playlist for the Viewers' Choice Awards for the month of April. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I'll see you next time.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz. We all know the job markets are opening up in a big way because we found out not everybody can be a YouTube star. However, there are some people that get that lucky break on YouTube and become big. Maddie had an opportunity to talk with this family that's really kicking butt on YouTube. I can't wait to see this interview. Let's find out what made them so successful.
Sometimes we're really lucky to chat with incredible families, and this one is just that. So I've got the Hollinsworth family joining me to give some information about Gracie's Corner. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Now, you guys are the creators of Gracie's Corner, so I'm going to have each one of you introduce yourself and what you do for Gracie's Corner.
I'm Javoris, also known as Dad. I'm the songwriter and writer, I guess executive producer for Gracie's Corner.
And I'm Grayson, and I'd say I'm the
voice.
She's the voice behind all things Gracie's Corner. And I'm Arlene, mom. I'm one of the co-creator. I help with the ideas, and I guess I'm also the last stop to make sure that we're putting out quality stuff.
Which is so cool that you guys do this as a family. And so this YouTube's Impact Report is what we're talking about, and how Gracie's Corner has made its way through the charts on the YouTube channel, because you guys do such a good job and you produce such fun content, and especially if you have kiddos at home. And so according to this report, it's a great way for people to start making a living through YouTube. Has that been your experience so far?
Yes, that definitely has been an experience for us. When we started, I was a college professor teaching organic chemistry. My wife is a psychologist, and she was also teaching. But as the channel continued to grow, it became difficult to juggle that as well as YouTube. So, but the channel grew to a point where I was able to leave my job and do this full time. So it's definitely made a great impact.
I mean, what large careers you guys left to completely have a shift in career paths to something that's so important. Now, you spend a lot of time creating educational content. Why is it important for you to put that out into the world?
As parents, the reason we got started was because we were watching some of the content out there, and there was some good stuff out there, but we felt like there was a void. We felt like we wanted to see content where there was more representation, where our children could see themselves. And so it's been amazing to be able to create this quality content on YouTube, these fun, educational videos.
Now, as the superstar of the show and getting to be the voice and getting to sing these incredible songs that your dad writes for you, how do you feel and what's your favorite part of being the star of the show?
That I have this wonderful family and that I get to record with my favorite dad and it's just been great.
Now, as you guys created Gracie's Corner, what was really the inspiration behind kind of doing the first episode and then watching it grow throughout the years?
The inspiration, I mean, she was a big piece of the inspiration. The character itself was modeled after her, but we felt like, hey, let's take a different approach with this. Let's bring in some fun music that parents can actually vibe to and not want to pull their hair out after hearing it a few times. So that's pretty much been the whole mindset.
Which I think is so important, especially because some of those songs that kids do love get very repetitive, and you guys are doing such a great job of giving an outreach to not only the kids, but the parents too, because your show really helps, I mean, new parents kind of go through those learning curves that you see throughout raising a child. Now, if people are interested in maybe creating their own YouTube page, if you guys had a piece of advice to give them to get them kickstarted off the ground, what would it be?
I would say first, just have a really great idea that you're passionate about, that you're invested in, and go ahead and make that content. But you have to be persistent, you have to be consistent because it does take time. We ourselves didn't begin to really see growth in our YouTube channel until after year one. And so that's why the persistence is one of the most important things, as well as creating quality content.
Now, since you guys have been doing this channel for quite some time, did you see yourself growing at this rate and making it your full-time career?
No, I did not see that. Honestly, there's a lot. Honestly, I didn't see, like, recently we were nominated for NAACP Image Award. And in our category, we were up against Disney and all of these big major production companies. And to be just this family operated YouTube channel at that level, it's just been mind-blowing to see this whole thing and the feedback we've gotten from parents.
Now, if people want to find Gracie's Corner, they just go to YouTube and they type in Gracie's Corner and they can see all of the incredible episodes that you've made over the years, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And do you guys have any other social media platforms where people can check out Gracie's Corner?
Yes, you can find us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter.
I want to thank you guys so much for taking this time to chat with me, sharing all this great information, and what a cool aspect with your psychology degree to bring that in, so that way you can really help people better themselves as well. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure that you check out the Hollinsworth family on YouTube, and that way you can see Gracie's Corner and see all of the incredible things that they do, because they have made this a full-time career for themselves, and you can do that too. So the YouTube report is something that you're going to want to check out. The YouTube's impact report is something you're going to want to check out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good Morning Vail.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to your Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. It was a wonderful, fun-filled morning, and I can't wait to get back again tomorrow for more fun on TV8 Vail. Make sure you get out to the law enforcement torch run today and support all of those special people that are going to be in this. It's going to be something magical and wonderful. And don't forget to stay tuned, because tomorrow I am going to let you know all of the great outdoor events that are coming to light here in the Vail Valley, because we're getting ready for the beautiful weather and everything else that's exciting. Whether it is an art show, a music show, mountain pride, everything that we have at our fingertips is coming soon. Can't wait to tell you all about that. Have a great Saturday, everybody. I'm Liz for TV8 Vail.